Hey, I'm Chris Cuomo. Look, the idea that everybody is using these protests to serve their own agendas, it's true, and I know it resonates with you, and it bothers you, and it should, because here's why. This isn't just another situation that we can use as a political football. Now, that's what's being done. It's being done in the media, it's being done everywhere, but it's a huge mistake, and I can prove it. We are missing the big threat that these protests represent. And we're missing it because we are addicted to division. Everybody's got to say it here all the time about how it works for them. All these competing agendas are clouding a reality I want to show to you, okay? And you can see it. Now, the existential fears for Jewish people have been brought home to America. I hate saying it. It embarrasses me. But it is true. But here's the good news. There is a significant disconnect between what we're seeing on these campuses and what is felt by this country, okay? 80% of the country does not support any kind of bolstering of Hamas. Now, I got to tell you, 80% is too low a number for me. This is a terror group. This is like after 9/11 saying who's in favor of the Taliban. I get some people hate their own country, but this is kind of disgusting. But it also shows you something, that there's an erosion because there's a corrosion, okay? This situation that we're dealing with is not as simple as saying, you see what happens with woke? You see DEI? You see university liberalism? Or these other boogeymen that the right wants to use as a proxy for focusing on our common concerns in this country and dealing with the big ticket issues. That's politics. That's our poison party politics. And those are all real issues, and they have their place, but it's way down the list compared to what I see in this. A way bigger threat, okay? And I get, okay, and I have to keep layering the explanation because I know so many are in party think, well, wait a minute, this is why the left, this is why the right. I get it. I get how you've been conditioned, okay? But I'm going to pull you out of it. The parties only care about one thing, and it's not you. Okay? It's advantage over the other and the collection and retention of power. We have bigger concerns than their fortunes. We, America, the nation, bigger than their game. There is a hidden hand involved in what we're seeing spreading across campuses and spreading across this country. And I don't believe it's going to end when classes do. Okay? Now, again, many, certainly most, of the protests are legit. They're concerned kids wanting to see the suffering in Gaza stop. There is a right to having those feelings and voicing them, and I get why they think it is right. But not all their arguments are their own. Their intentions are. I believe that. But there is so much shaping going on. Yes, on campus a little bit, but much more so online. Now we look at the protests a different way. And we keep hearing reports that a lot of the protesters are not from the campus. They are not students at the schools. They are outside who have come in as groups. Hold that. Okay? Why? Then you start looking about the tents, the signs, the equipment, the messaging. There is a familiar coordination that I have seen before. And it is proof of something that has been done to us with stunning effectiveness. You want to talk about what is beating us, okay? It's not the kids on the campuses. It's the motivations that are being put in their mind. I've been following this for a while. The financing for terror. Terror is cheap, but they're pigs like everybody else who gets into the money game, so they like to find it. And they found new ways. In the year before October 7th, okay, Hamas got a ton of funding, nearly 100 million cryptocurrency. Why? Very little regulation, very hard to track. One currency they used was Tether, and it was sent through, hold there, it was sent through companies that don't say, hi, we're terror funders. Okay, they're conduits. Some know where the money is going, some don't. But Tether gave us a window into it. Why? It had Wall Street appeal. So big shots started to invest. Big shots were watched more closely. Big shots like Howard Lutnick. Now, that name may be familiar to you if you remember the 9/11 days. His firm was decimated by 9/11. Think about it. Now, the guy whose firm was decimated by 9/11 is taking a big stake and bragging about the stake in a cryptocurrency that's funding the exact kind of group that destroyed his own firm and killed all those people and decimated those families. Now, I have no reason to blame Lutnick for trying to fund terror, but it shows you how insidious it is, how under our nose it is. Now, money is much easier to track than information, especially online, right? Now you connect the dot to seeing the social media platform people fumbling, bumbling, and stumbling in front of Congress. We don't know what to do. We don't know. There's too many messages. There's too much information. They know how to take advantage of SEO. They know how to put ads next to the most provocative stuff, but they're overwhelmed with messaging. Next piece. Russia, China. The information that we were given by the intelligence organizations and apparatus about their meddling in the elections was true. It wasn't part of a hoax. Now, attacking Trump as an agent for Russia, that was naked political opportunism. The impeachments, that was just dirty politics. But not the reality that our enemies are using troll farms and messaging and propaganda online to interfere in the election. And we're seeing it here now, ramped up by Iran, the head of the snake, who is not getting enough attention. So now we look. Is there direct evidence that terror organizations are controlling these protests? No. But the groups that are helping to fund them, who have very benign names, do have a common pool of second-level pockets that are coming into them. Hey, thank you for watching. Please go to newsnationnow.com, newsnationnow.com, and you can find NewsNation on your television provider. And don't forget to click the red subscribe button down below. Then you will get more of NewsNation's fact-driven coverage.